Welcome to KWFit. I'm Ken. This video is part of the Fit1Too workout program. Coming up next, I'm going to take you through the moves you need to know for Circuit 3 using dumbbells. So Circuit 3 is similar to Circuit 1 and Circuit 2 in that we have 6 moves and we're trying to complete 4 rounds within 30 minutes. The difference here is that instead of being in the 12 to 15 rep range, we're now moving to the 8 to 12 rep range. That means that if you can do more than 12 reps of a particular move, you need to increase your weight. If you can't get to 8 reps of a particular move, then you need to decrease your weight until you get into that 8 to 12 range. Okay, let's get on with the moves. First up for this workout, we got pull-ups or lat pull-downs. If you have access to a pull-up bar, these are just going to be standard pull-ups, okay? Palms are facing away from you. You're going to come down as low as you can, bring your body up, and then back down again. If you need some help, you can put a chair underneath you and use one of your legs to kind of help get you up to the top. Now, don't let your legs do all the work. It's there just to guide you so that you can get enough strength built up over time to be able to do a pull-up on your own. Now, if you're using resistance bands, you can take the bands and use the door anchor that comes with them. Make sure you read the instructions with the manufacturer wherever you bought your bands, and anchor the band up to the top of the door. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use my pull-up bar here so you can see me better. And what you're going to do is you're going to come down on your knees like this, and you're just going to pull the bands down into your chest, keeping your back nice and straight, and then let them out again. So pull down into the chest like that, and then bring the arms out straight. Now, if you don't have resistance bands or a pull-up bar, something else you can do is grab your towel. If you're on a hardwood floor, if you're on carpet, you can use a plate, preferably a paper plate or a plastic plate. You don't want to use any type of ceramic plate or anything like that. So you're going to come down on your knees like this, bring your arms up as high as you can, and pull yourself across the floor so that your hands are now equal to your shoulders, and you're going to push yourself back and then bring yourself forward again. You'll be surprised at just how tough this movement is because you have the friction of the floor preventing you from bringing your knees up towards your hands. So those are a few different options that you can do for pull-ups or lat pull-downs. Next up, we have shoulder presses. Now, to set this up, I'm going to get into that lunge position, and I'm going to bring my arms up. I got a 90-degree angle here in my elbows, and I'm going to just go ahead and bring my arms back as far as I possibly can. Now, notice as I do this, my shoulders are starting to bulge up here. Now, I don't want this for this exercise, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hold my fingers here so you can see as an example what's going to happen. As I bring my elbow forward toward the wall in front of me, notice how my shoulder just dropped right into place. Okay, so get up. Get your arms back as far as you possibly can right here. Feel that bulge right there in your shoulder, and then start bringing your elbows forward until you feel your shoulders drop into place. This is the starting position for doing a shoulder press, okay? Your hands should be out slightly in front of your shoulder, not back here equal to your ears. From here, you're going to press up, and you're not going to lock out your elbows, all right? The moment you lock out your elbows, you've engaged your tricep, and if you start bringing your arms up over your head, like I see people do in the gym all the time, what you're doing now is you're transferring that weight through your skeletal structure, and it's no longer incorporating your deltoid in this movement. So there's no reason to bring your hands up over your head. Also, when you do this, you're creating impingement here in your shoulders. So if you got rotator cuff issues like I have, this is a really bad position for me to be in. So I want to keep my arms out here so I keep this joint nice and open. Plus, gravity is going to work more on that weight when I have it out here because I got to fight to keep my arms up, and it's going to be trying to get my arms to come down. So I need to fight against gravity to keep my arms up here. If I've got a resistance band and it's going around my back foot, that band's going to try to pull my arms back this way, and I have to fight to keep it up. So it's constantly keeping stress on the deltoid, which is what I want. Now, when we come back down to start the movement again, you really don't want to go any lower than this. I see a lot of people in the gym coming all the way down here as well. And when you do this, again, you're giving your deltoid a break, and you're transferring that weight onto your skeletal structure, into your elbow and into your shoulder, pulling it down here versus your deltoid actually being engaged. So keep your arms up here. It'll keep your deltoid engaged throughout the entire motion, and then bring it up. Don't lock out your elbows, and then back down again. So it's a relatively short motion. All right, the range of motion is just about this far, and that's it. And you're really going to notice it in the shoulders because you're constantly keeping tension on those deltoids as they're working through the movement. All right, now that we have the mechanics out of the way, let's add some weight to it. So I'm going to take my dumbbells, I'm going to get into this lunge position again. I'm going to bring weights up into position. I have a 90-degree angle here in my elbows, and my hands are slightly forward of my shoulder. From here, I'm going to press up, not locking out my elbows, and then I'm going to come back down again, and I'm going to stop right here. I don't want to come all the way down, because remember, like I just said, this is going to take the weight off of the deltoid, and you want to keep stress on that deltoid muscle through the entire movement. So I'm going to just bring my arms down to here, press up, overhead, don't lock out the elbows, and then back down again. Press back up, and down. All right, that's it. That's how to do a shoulder press with dumbbells. Next up, we have hammer curls. I'm going to grab my dumbbells, and I'm going to have my feet in a straight line. My knees are slightly bent. My back is nice and straight. Shoulders are down and back. I got that curve of my lower lumbar. And from here, I'm just going to bring my thumbs up to my shoulders like this, and then back down again. So the whole time, my palms are facing each other through this movement. Now make sure you control the weight on the way down. Don't let the weights just, drop your hands back down to the starting position. Control it on the way down. Breathe out as you bring the weights up. Breathe in as they come back down, just like that. Now, the moment you start incorporating your hips into this movement, if you find yourself thrusting your hips forward to try to get the weight up, chances are you've done the number of reps you need to do. You can't do any more with proper form, or you need to go down in weight if you haven't gotten into the rep range that you need to get into. For the tricep extensions, we're going to change it up from the way that we did it in one of the previous circuits. We're going to use both arms at the same time. So I'm going to get into that lunge position. I'm going to bring my dumbbells up behind my head. Elbows are facing forward like so. I'm going to bring them up, straighten out my arms, and then back down again, just like that. Keep that back nice and straight. As you're doing this, bring the arms up, breathe out, breathe in as they come back down again. So this is the move right here. Keep those elbows in. Don't let them flare out to the side. Kind of keep them pointed to the front of the room as you're doing this exercise, just like this. All right, that's how to do the double-handed tricep extension. Next up, we have split squats. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward like this. My left leg's going to be bent. My right leg's going to be kind of straight behind me. And all I'm going to do now is just bring my body down as low as I can, like so. Now notice I got about a 90-degree angle here in my front leg, and my back knee is bent as well. And I'm going to come back up into an upright position. Now the difference here between a split squat and a lunge is that with a lunge I would come forward and I would straighten out my legs. Now basically I've taken the stress off the muscles in my legs so that they have a chance to have a break, and then I might switch legs or I might do the same leg again. With the split squat, when you come up, notice that my front knee is still bent, okay? So it's still flexed and it's still maintaining the majority of my weight as I go through this movement. It doesn't get a break when I do this. Now I see some people doing split squats and they come up and they lock out that knee. Now notice how my front leg is now locked out. This isn't the move. This isn't the point of the split squat. The split squat is to make sure that you keep tension on this front leg throughout the entire movement, all right, for the number of reps that you need to do. So first start off with body weight. Try to get into that rep range that you need to get into, and then once you've maxed out your rep range, you can make it a little bit harder by doing a Bulgarian split squat. And basically all that means is you're going to take one leg, stick it on a bench like so, and come down, basically doing the same movement. Keep your back nice and straight, shoulders are down, and when you come up, don't lock out that front knee. Keep it slightly flexed so that those muscles have to stay activated throughout the entire course of the movement. Another way you can make this harder is to add a couple of dumbbells. So I'm going to get into that lunge position like this. My back is nice and straight. I'm just going to bring my dumbbells to my sides like this, lower myself down, and then come back up. Notice I'm not locking out that front knee. All right, I keep a slight bend in it as I come up, and that's going to keep constant tension then on those muscles in our legs that are doing all the work. You're going to definitely feel this in the glutes too. So once you've done the number of reps you need to do on the right side, switch it up. Or I'm sorry, on the left side, switch it up, do the right side, just like so. Coming down, and then back up again. Don't lock out the front knee when you come up. All right, that's how to do a split squat using dumbbells. Next up, we have diamond push-ups. And the reason why they call it a diamond push-up is because you're gonna make a diamond with your hand. Your fingers and your thumbs are gonna touch, just like that. And you're gonna come down in that bottom part of the push-up, and you're gonna bring this diamond right into your chest, and then push back up again. So if you're doing it on your knees, it's going to look something like this. Go ahead and make that diamond. You're going to be on your knees, bring it down into your chest, like so, and then press back up again. Remember, as you go down, your butt should be going down with you. Don't bend at your waist, and then press back up like so. To make it a little bit harder, you can come up here on your toes, same motion. You're going to come down, bring that diamond down into your chest, and then push it back up again. Bring it down right into your chest. Push it back up just like that. Now, if you need to, grab the backpack, put some weight in it so you can get into that rep range that you need to be into. Okay, those are the moves you're going to need for circuit 3. Now, don't worry about it if you don't make it through all 4 rounds within 30 minutes. The main thing is that you track everything in that workout guide, and then the next time you do this workout, you try to improve just a little bit. Whether that's adding more rounds, more reps, a little bit more weight, whatever it is, you just want those little bits of improvement each time you do the workout. Hey, if you're liking these workouts, let us know about it. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, connect with us on Facebook, but give us some feedback and let us know how things are going for you. Time for you to get on to the workout. I'll see you next time.